Hi everyone, good afternoon. Simple Mom here. Hope everyone's doing well. And this is my weigh-in video for the week. And I did not lose no weight, nor did I gain weight. I stayed the same, and I pretty much know why. For the past like 4 days, I didn't track. I tracked it mentally, if that makes any sense, to a certain point. Um, I don't know if a lot of you have the same problems that I have. I do great throughout the day until about 5 o'clock, and then the tracking goes out the window. And yes, I know that meal prepping and all that good stuff. It's just I haven't had no time to meal prep, and now I understand the importance of meal prepping. Um, I exercise. That's something that I do regardless. But it was also a good theory for me to look at, because even though you're exercising, if you don't eat correctly, you won't lose no weight. You'll stay because you're burning calories and everything else. And I'm not going too crazy over my calorie, but I'm not staying where I need to be as far as Weight Watchers goes. So I needed this to kind of like shake me up and put me back into perspective. Sometimes you sit and you wonder, is this thing really working? Should I keep tracking? It's a pain in the butt sometimes, but it does. It definitely helps. I contemplate back and forth between MyFitnessPal and Weight Watchers. They're both amazing apps. And I know now that MyFitnessPal, lets you count macros and all that. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But it's still a lot to do as far as figuring out what's what. And I'm super busy, guys. Like, I get up at 5 in the morning. I get up, I work out, then I take my middle child to school, and then I come back, I get the twins dressed, get them out and going, the dog, the cat, the house, then off to work. I work full time, come home, I'm exhausted, like what? So I took like 3 days of just mentally off and kind of like redoing my research, and looking at, your YouTube channels, and videos against, MyFitnessPals and Weight Watchers, because that's really the only two things I solidly believe in, as far as helping you track, and being a lifestyle change, not a diet. But I am going to stick to Weight Watchers. It does everything for me. It counts my macros, how many, I'm supposed to have, not have. And as long as you stay within your points, then I will see success. I want to lose this last 20 pounds that I have. And it's just like, oh my God, go. So I have to stick with it. And, we go through this. I don't know, me personally, I don't know if you guys do the same thing. We go through these phases in our mind. Is it working? Not working. So, I kind of like just took a couple days. I didn't overdo it. And I tell you this, like, I ate whatever I wanted to a certain point, just portion control, and mentally it messes with me. Like, what are you doing? So after I ate it, I go, oh my God, I got a tummy ache because now my emotions are involved and I shouldn't eat in that, and it messes with you constantly, at least with me. So I'm back at it. It's Monday. I started tracking again today, and I'm actually happy that I did start tracking again. You have to be real with yourself, as far as this journey, and be honest with yourself, as far as what works. And then another thing too that happened to me this past 3 days was I did what's the name of that? I did the Biggest Losers workout. I love, like, Julian and Bob and all of them. I love it. I have a pinched nerve right above my sciatica. I can't do no floor work, excuse me, exercise, because the next day I'm a mess. So of course, and after a little while I forget how much pain it is, and I know that I can do it, so I push myself. And I did the Biggest Losers workout. I was able to do the entire thing. I loved it. Next morning, Saturday morning, I woke up with such a backache. I was like, oh my God. It's discouraging, because it's like, oh, but you know what? I should know better. You have to stick what works for you. And I will give myself this pep talk, because I like to sometimes, go outside my box, because now I know I can, do somewhat of a modified burpee. You know what I mean? Before, I couldn't even think about doing anything in that line. But I have to be realistic with my physical condition. I can't have surgery. I can't take no time off. I have to work, and help with the house and everything else. So surgery is not an option at this point, so I have to be careful so I can exercise for my health and for me, and to lose weight, but not to sit there and injure myself, so I injured myself again this past couple of days, and it's just kind of throws me off. So I have to stick with what works for me, and be mindful, that I can't do no work on the floor, because it really, really, it hurts me really, really bad, especially the next day. So I kind of took a couple of days off to kind of regroup my whole mental situation. So I'm back at Weight Watchers. I'm back at doing my exercise. Usually I take Mondays off, because I don't know about you, but me, the weekends I do so much at my house, between the chores and the cleaning and whatever the case. Monday I'm exhausted, so I take Mondays off. I don't exercise on Mondays, but I exercise Tuesday through Saturday, and Sunday I do yogas. So I'm back at it again. I'm still at 218, haven't moved. I'm still there, but it was my fault. I didn't track, and now I see how important it is to track. And the fact that you're able to kind of have basically whatever you want, as long as you stay within your points or your calories, if you're doing MyFitnessPal, that's the key to success. So hope everyone's doing well in your journeys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.